in literature and in popular media, something like this appears to be the end of the world. Everything just pretty much ends. There's so many people out there, so many infected, they have no place to go. There's really no support system in place for that. Nobody has planned for this. It just happened.
Well, I think the scientists and the doctors are doing everything they possibly can about the virus. As far as the people getting together, I think our community can do a lot more to help the homeless.
In 2008, at the height of the economic recession, a small pesticide company called EnviroCorp introduced what they proclaimed to be as a breakthrough in corporate farming, a new breed in organic pesticides that would eliminate any pest while simultaneously serving as a soil enricher. The laboratory tests were so successful that they decided to implement this on a small-scale plan in California's Central Valley. What the EnviroCorp executives didn't take into account was that the pathogen could seep its way into the water supply and spread to the surrounding cities.
LA was the hardest hit. In the spring of 14, the first signs of the virus began to manifest themselves on a massive scale. Within a matter of days, thousands died outright just by drinking the water. National Guard was called in, but by that time the damage was done.
When I heard the news, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I thought it was some sort of a weird joke. It was just absolutely devastating.
What it essentially does is it attaches itself to the cells and then literally begins to break down those cells right away. It is really hard to be very certain, but estimate is about 80% of the homeless population is comprised of chiefly those who have been infected by the virus. Well, up until 2011, there had been up to 140,000 men, women, and children living on the streets of Los Angeles, and today this number has doubled.
And even though it could not be spread through bodily contact, this nevertheless was a great fear among the populace. I mean, many who were infected were killed outright or removed from hospitals for fear that they might contaminate others.
As more people came and these communities grew, they earned the title of death camps. One particular death camp in South Central earned the title of Zombie Town. And even though there were no instances of cannibalism, the media portrayed them as inhuman, as almost a Frankensteinian monster. And this caught on in popular culture.
Personally, I think the system in Los Angeles or in the United States does not work. The government does not care about those people. On the Kodak Theater where the Oscars are, there are homeless people lying around throughout the year, and 3 days before the Oscars they just clean this away. You know, they put them away and clean everything so that the world thinks, oh, it's all nice, but it's not.
There has been an attitude among politicians and lawmakers that this problem will go away on its own. What we're finding now is that the death rate has dropped significantly since the beginning of the outbreak, and those infected with the virus are finding ways to cope. So the question now is, where do we go from here?
I absolutely believe there's a potential for it to get worse. I mean, from what we're hearing with all these death camps going up and all the more people getting infected and no one's intervening to help, it's only going to get worse. It can't get any better until someone does something.
More and more people are coming to Zombie Town every day. The death camps are swelling up to capacity. Sooner or later, we're going to have to wake up as a nation and realize that if we don't do something to fix this problem, pretty soon we could have a full-scale uprising on our hands.